one and only. This is a Local 10 News Update, sponsored by FHIA, Florida Home Improvement Associates.
Good afternoon, South Florida. I'm Christy Kruger. Here are some of the stories making news on this Thursday. And we have some brand new video in of a deadly hit and run crash that happened in Fort Lauderdale. We're now seeing surveillance video of the crash. It left one person dead. It happened about 2 a.m. in the westbound lanes of Sunrise Boulevard, right between Northwest 15th Avenue and Powerline Road. Shoes and some car parts were strewn all over the road. Police now searching for the person who was behind the wheel. And an 18-wheeler ended up in a retention pond in Plantation. It was finally pulled out of the water. The driver of that semi was on the turnpike on-ramp at Sunrise Boulevard when he somehow lost control and crashed. He also knocked over a light pole. The driver and his son, who was also a passenger, didn't have any major injuries. And flames erupting at this Cutler Bay condo complex, forcing families out of their homes. It happened Wednesday night near Southwest 212th Street and 87th Avenue. Flames tearing right through that roof of the building, damaging 24 units in all. Crews responded to the scene as dozens of residents were evacuated. No reports of any injuries there either.
Listen to Local 10's podcast, The Florida Files, wherever you are, whenever you want. Just say, Alexa, play the Florida Files podcast.
Getting the latest episode of Florida Files. Here it is from TuneIn.
Previously on the Florida Files.
Or just ask Siri, I want to hear the latest Florida Files podcast.
Here's the newest episode of the Florida Files.
Get the Florida Files on Alexa, Google Home, or Apple devices just by saying play the Florida Files podcast. The Florida Files from the one and only Local 10.
A BSO deputy involved in a rough arrest of a teenager, DeLuca Roll, has now been fired. Christopher Krikovich is the deputy seen in that video slamming Roll's face to the ground in April. Another deputy was also given a written reprimand for not activating his body camera that day. And an investigation into a third deputy who was seen pepper spraying that teenager is still ongoing. As breaking news happens, we have you covered on air and online. Head to local10.com for more local news coverage and updates all day long. Have a great day.